Hello? Can anyone hear me? I have started streaming early. Just in case someone else gets on, I should not play a quick match. Oh my god.
Hello.
Hi, I gotta turn down my volume.
Oh.
That was some loud stuff. Hello, Nutter Butter. Hello, Divya. And hello, Shale. How was your week?
Just fine.
The crusade calls.
How about yours?
It's okay. A little stressful at work. You know how it is.
Sure.
I am queued up for, you know what? I'm going to cancel that because I don't want to sit here waiting forever. I'm just going to... Oh. Hello.
Hi.
Ho ho. So much enthusiasm. I love it.
I'm so happy to be here.
Hi. How's the computer coming?
It hasn't finished putting itself together yet. I'm kind of disappointed in it.
Oh, man.
I thought this was supposed to be one of those like high-end ones, but nope.
Well, I wonder where Norlin and Ruby are. They're usually on pretty early. I've been feeling the Heroes of the Storm desire.
Oh, really?
So I fired it up and playing a bot match while I wait for everybody to get online. There's Norlin. Hello.
What is up?
What is up? That's a great question. I've just fired up an AI match in Heroes of the Storm for the first time in like a year. But I'm only doing this while I wait for everybody to get online because the intent is to play here, not Heroes of the Storm, but the other one, the other game. Mage, that game. Mage of
the Storm. Yeah.
The battle begins.
Or Heroes of the Mage.
Seconds.
Heroes Mage of the Storm.
5,
Is that how you do that? You replace a word?
2, 1.
Door of the
yeah.
Heroes?
Let the battle
There you go.
begin.
Well, how was everyone's week? We're just waiting for Doobie now, I guess. Maybe he texted
pretty
and said
good.
he's busy fending off his children or something.
That happens.
Probably. He's like that sometimes.
I'm super tired today. Is that
Tired?
helpful? So do you ever do this thing where, so I made myself a cup of coffee at about noon,
Hi.
and then I forgot about it. It got cold. I put it in the microwave to warm it back up, and then I forgot about it for like another 3 hours, and then I drank it.
Or you drink it?
Did you drink it cold or did you heat it up for a third time?
I heated it up a second time at like 4 p.m., which is much too late for me to have caffeine. So I was awake until like 2 a.m.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. It's my own fault, though.
Hi, Drew. How's your week going?
Peachy.
We had
that's
friends
cool.
over last night playing board games, and we stayed up much later than I normally do.
I
Sounds
went
fun.
to a store yesterday, the friendly local gaming store, to look and see whether they had a copy of Spirit Island, which is basically Settlers of Catan, except instead of the settlers, you are the angry local gods trying to kill all the settlers.
Oh, fun.
Interesting.
And what the hell just happened there? And they didn't have a copy. And I asked, well, can you order one? They said, sure. I said, great. I'd like to support my local gaming store. How much will it be? And they were like, $80. And I was like, fuck. It's like
How
50
much is it
bucks.
on?
It's like $50 on Amazon.
So you told them to piss off and ordered it on Amazon?
Nah, they ordered it for me, and they'll call me when it gets in. So we'll see what kind of mood I'm in when it arrives. And
Should have
whether I've
offered
already
to
ordered
have
it.
them order it. Should have offered to have them order it on Amazon for you and have it shipped to your address, and you'd give them $60. And then it would
Hey,
arrive at your
Yeah.
house on Tuesday.
I'll give you
And they-
$10 to order it from Amazon. How's that sound? Why don't they do that? Why do they order from? Well, I suppose I'm trying to support the local gaming store. They're trying to support their suppliers. But
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and they probably get it for like $30 or $40.
that's true.
It is still a retail thing.
So
Okay.
you should just open a game store then, and then you'll get cheap.
Then you get all the games for $30 or $40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds ideal.
And then you get to inform adults that they need to take showers regularly.
Oh, jeez. Okay, shall we start?
Yes.
Before anyone answers my question about how their week was. Here we go. Oh, that's too loud. I'm going to turn that shit down.
Holy Jesus.
Spooky.
That's your
It's
scary
very-
music for the week.
Wow.
Atmospheric, huh?
Yeah.
I'm peeing myself.
Creepily creepy.
Yeah, it's not something you needed to share, but thanks.
It's really weird when it's super creepy and kind of loud, and I've already got them turned down to 7%.
Yeah. I have it at 20%.
I don't know why it's so loud. You know, this first track, I shuffled the playlist a bit this week. The first track's only about 5 minutes long, so if it gets obnoxious, or if it gets, when it skips to the
I
next
had-
track, if it
I
gets
had
real
to
quiet
turn
or
that
something.
down to 3%, so I can't hear anyone else talk.
I mean, that's something. All right, so does anybody want to give a synopsis of last session? Get us all caught up. It's worth not 1 XP anymore since no one's done it in like a month. I'm up in the ante. It's worth 2 XP now. Woo!
Shit, I'm gonna start taking notes again.
Yeah, me too.
But that's a no for this week, I guess. Or
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got it.
all right,
Oh, Drew's got it. This will be good.
All right. So we let's see. Where were we? I forgot where we left off. Oh, so we went back to I don't remember any names of anything. This is terrible. We went back
You're- you're a little
Norman's
quiet,
people.
office.
Honey Badger.
Can you turn yourself up a
Oh
little, Drew,
shit!
or-
There we go. Apparently that was part of the problem. Okay, so sorry, tweaking some things. Why is this being such a dick?
So no, Drew's not gonna do it.
I'm sorry. My settings are being stupid. I'm sorry. Hold on.
I've already got
Okay.
him at 155%. I refuse to turn him up any farther.
I'm sorry. I'm trying. Okay. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna just pass. Fuck it.
Okay, well, we started last time. You had just assembled the crystals at the edge of the dome, and you brought the assembled ring of crystals and your unconscious dog to Daydream. And when you got there, Philippa was having a panic attack because there were people in her store. She had no magic, no way to know who they were or what they were up to, and it was just freaking her out a little bit. It turns out they were just customers, but she didn't know that. You calmed her down by letting her touch the crystals and cast a spell, and she identified both the customers and the artifact. She said the artifact was something called the Arc Spear, which was apparently smuggled out of Atlantis sometime around the fall in order to keep it hidden from the Exarchs. And so she left the store with you because she did point out that a lot of nasty things tend to come out at night, and mages, aside from apparently you fellows, are currently powerless. So from there you all traveled to Paradigm Solutions, and you found Echo and Sodom and the members of the Fifth Third milling around on the sidewalk, locked out in the rain, standing in a puddle. Marduk, who you had met once previously, was pounding on the glass and trying to get Valley High to open the door. And Echo introduced you to Antebellum, the overweight, redheaded leader of the Fifth Third. And you already knew Marduk, but she introduced you to Dogwood, a little black girl with pigtails who was grumpily holding a pink umbrella, and Chapel, who is a relatively nondescript white male, brown hair, brown eyes, and he was eyeing Albacore with a great deal of suspicion. Echo explained a bunch more about the Exarchs when you asked her what was going. You asked her a bunch of weird questions like, hypothetically, what would you do if you had an Exarch in your van? So
Fair
she,
question.
yeah, she pinched the bridge of her nose and explained a few more things about the Exarchs and what they do to cities that get a little too spunky with magic. Albacore got tired of her condescension and secretly touched the arc spear to give himself access to magic. And he hit the glass door with a lightning bolt and said, "There you go, bitch, it's open."
He also then gestured at his genitals with open hands.
Hey, I got your arc spear right here, bitch.
That's right.
Before Echo could be thoroughly impressed, though, she sorry, getting a little bit of an echo. She expressed some concern about Valley High. She said that he was alone in there and not responding when they knocked on the door and tried to get his attention, and she was worried because he is vulnerable. Apparently, he awakened as a mage while he was high on cocaine. And nowadays, it seems like ever since then, the Abyss kind of loves the poor guy. He can't cast vulgar spells or even risk Paradox with covert spells, or he invites the Abyss right into his life. So if there's Exarch shit going on right now and Madison is not where Madison's supposed to be, then what she's most worried about at the moment is Valley High. And that is where we left things. Echo is...
That's what I was going to say.
Okay, 2 points for Drew.
That's a good synopsis, Drew. Okay, now, yes.
I need to restart Discord. I will be right back.
Okay. I need to figure out why this music's volume is so very, very high.
You forgot the part where Timmy wants to put his mind into the Exarch body.
Well, yeah, I didn't. I didn't do everything. Yeah, you did. You talked a little bit about the Exarch, and I forget. Did you have Philippa take a look at? Yeah, you had Philippa take a look at the probe that you inserted into the dog, and she said she seemed to consider it with a great deal of distaste. She didn't want to contact it for too long. She touched it, she cast a spell, she got an idea what it was, and then she sort of backed away. And what she said it was around 300-400 years old, and it was very violent in its nature. It was clearly intended as sort of a murderous weapon. It probably only works on mortals, but what it does is it deletes a mind. So you conjectured that, hey, so this dog, this Exarch, doesn't have a mind anymore? I wonder if I wonder if I could stick my mind in there, or maybe make a new mind and put it in there, or give it the mind of a dog. Hey, imagine that, a dog with the mind of a dog.
Mysterious.
Poor thing would eat and then be unable to poop.
No, we made it a butthole. It's fine.
Oh, true.
The music just...
And if things go badly,
Yes, I can hear you,
Shale
Mac.
can fix it.
Uh-oh.
He
I
must
can't
not be
hear
able to
anyone.
us.
What the hell happened?
Can you hear us? We can hear you.
Can you hear me?
What do you think about Ruby?
Thanks, buddy.
Oh, Jesus. My headphones just...
Fell off.
The volume just went all the way to 0 or something. That was weird. Sorry, where were we? I can hear you again, so please speak.
We were debating whether an Exarch dog with no butt could actually eat.
Mm.
And what would happen if it did?
Well, you want to give me some sort of an insight roll and maybe try to intuit the ultimate fate of a dog with no digestive tract?
Yes, I do.
Oh,
Okay.
Shale has life 5. He can build it a digestive
Yeah, I
tract
can-
if it needs one.
Ooh,
Yep.
neat. What would I roll to find out?
Great question, since I've boasted that such a thing is possible. Let's see here. Why don't you roll Wits plus investigation.
All right.
3 successes. Well, you turn it over in your head and you decide that this is some sort of an artificial life form constructed specifically for the purpose of housing this exarch when he came down to the material plane. It strikes you as likely that he didn't have much of an exit plan in mind. He didn't really care what happened to the body. So a dog that cannot eat or shit is probably destined to die within about a week.
Oh, that's sad.
So it seems like maybe the dog is just a dog body, and the only reason he had any power was because he had an exarch in him.
Well, the exarch was definitely the source of the power, but I believe you. What did you do last week? Drew asked. He took hold of the arc spear and asked a few questions of the future, as I recall, something along those lines. Drew, is this ringing a bell? Drew,
Ruby.
Drew, are you there? Okay.
I do not remember what you figured out.
I remember he asked questions. I don't recall exactly what they were.
I can see his light coming on in Discord. He's like eating potato chips or something. Drew?
No, it's a sugar snap pea.
Oh, can you hear what we're talking
It's
about
much
right now?
healthier.
Or?
No, I went to go get the sugar snap peas.
Oh, okay. So you
Sorry,
cast
what did I
you cast some kind of a spell last week to ask a few questions of the future, sort of.
Yes, I did.
Do you recall the outcome of any of those questions you asked in general?
The first two the hell did I ask? It was I cast divination, and you let me have 3 because I had 3 successes.
Why don't you roll intelligence plus composure to try and recall this memory?
That's a smart call. Intelligence.
It only happened about
not,
5 minutes ago in game time.
Not a strong one there. So here we go.
Oh, but you did okay. All right.
Yeah.
So I don't even remember, but in general, you asked something along the lines of, "Cool." It was something about the damn dog. It was like, what would happen if my mind was in the dog, or can I get out of the dome, or can the dog get out of the dome, or can someone hear?
You alluded to the fact that I did not have the power to break the dome, but someone with me did.
Someone with you did, yes. That was, and then you asked about something about the dog, and you received this terrifying vision of a drooling dog with lightning crackling behind it, and etc., etc. Something along those lines. I would have to go back.
Yeah, it was like if we pulled the thing out of the dog, was bad things going to happen.
Yeah.
Or if we put a consciousness into it or something to that effect.
Mm-hmm. That sounds about right. Smoothie Cold says he asked what would happen if they pulled the thing out of the dog. That's right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, anyway, where we are here is Echo is concerned about Valley High, and she is, as you have all these ruminations, indicating that everyone should sort of generally move inside out of the rain, and there's a lot of concern on her face. She is eyeing you, she's aware that you've just cast a spell because you told her. Otherwise, she would probably have been forced to assume that lightning struck the front of the building of its own accord, which would be weird. But no, you told her, yeah, you're welcome. So she knows you're able to cast spells. She doesn't know how. And at the moment, she doesn't seem all that interested in finding out. She is very concerned about Valley High. So everyone else is moving into the building.
I would like to follow them into the building.
Yeah, I guess we'll go with them.
And while we're on our way, I want to convince Honey Badger to give me the thing back because I
The
want
arc
to
spear?
try something. Yes, the arc spear.
Okay.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Are you gonna keep it concealed in something as you hand it back and forth, or?
Yeah, it's under my jacket now.
I mean, it's gonna make it hard for you to give it to anyone else. For example, you're just
I
gonna
see.
need to. If you
I
put it in
grab
a
a-
bag or something, then you.
All right,
could,
I reach back into the camper and I grab a reusable tote bag from Cop's grocery store, and I just say, "What? I need this,"
Okay.
and I put it over my shoulder.
So you're bringing your Cop's grocery store tote bag with you, and
That's right.
the arc spear, the priceless 30,000-year-old artifact from Atlantis, is in a Cop's grocery bag
No one would ever suspect.
over your shoulder. No. All right. So inside in the lobby, Echo, Sodom, and the rest are first of all tending to Dogwood. They've got her. Sodom carried her in, and they've draped her over a chair in the lobby, and they're kind of fanning her like you see in the old timey movies, trying to get her to wake up. But Echo and Chapel and Marduk are. Echo is directing people to check out the building, look out through the rest of the lobby, and see if they can get into the elevator shaft and check out the stairwell and see if they can find Valley High anywhere here on the first floor anyway.
But the stairwell is probably not crazy right now.
Define crazy.
Well, when I went into the stairway, bad things were happening. The elevator probably was kind of nonsense too.
But our mage site. Wait,
Drew, have you got When You Wish Upon a Star playing in the background? Or?
Watching Frozen or something?
That happened. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, no. When you went into the stairwell, in fact, you were in there with Valley High, and
Yeah.
he was. You were reluctant to use the elevator, and
Yes.
so he took you down the stairs to get to the lobby, and you were engrossed in conversation, and you ended up some 8 floors below ground level before you realized you'd walked too far. Yes,
Yeah.
and
Because
the
that
sign
happened
in the
because-
stairwell does indicate that there are something like 185 basement levels in the building.
Mm-hmm.
A lot.
seems like a lot.
Which I imagine are magically accessed and probably gone with magic gone.
That's a very fair guess. So, what do you want to do?
All right. I'm looking here at what all you yahoos have. And if I don't have it with fate and time, can one of you guys divine what kind of... I want to know what kind of spell this damn dome is. So
That does sound like that.
Who's got a spell that can divine what type of magic it is?
That would be
I'm guessing that would probably be
Davinci.
me.
Yeah.
That's
That would
something
probably be-
Albacore has been specialized in. Yeah, he likes to identify
Yeah.
magic.
Why don't
Alright.
you do that?
So, what are you gonna do? You're not anywhere in view of the dome at the moment. It's too far out of reach right now for you to
Yeah, I
access
kind
a
of
spell like
figured
this.
as much. That's okay.
The time for that sort of examination would have been back at the edge of the dome
Yeah.
when you were hitting it with rocks and things.
I decided to throw a rock at it instead.
Yeah.
God damn it!
Well,
I
it's a good
can't do
first step.
everything, people.
Dogwood is still unconscious.
Did she
is
get
why I
hit
wish
by the
upon
lightning?
stars.
Or
Well, when the lightning
Why is she
struck,
unconscious? Okay.
everyone else was startled and had to cover their ears and was nearly blinded by the flash. And Dogwood failed her roll and fell unconscious.
Oopsie.
Were they blinded by the light?
You'll have to ask Dogwood when she wakes up.
I think maybe using my mind magic I could wake her up, but maybe she healing would be better. Like, I feel like mind magic would be the equivalent of slapping her in the face, and
Wake up!
life magic would be like a soothing.
Couldn't we just try to wake her up?
Get her an
Well,
ice pack. She'll be
I
fine.
mean,
Just kind of go slap her cheeks a bit.
So just a thought here, guys. Do we want to have it be real suspicious that we're handing this weird bag back and forth and suddenly able to cast spells, or do we just let them think that
So far, you've only cast one obvious spell. So
Well,
at the
sure,
moment,
so now-
you've got it pretty well concealed.
We've only passed the ring once.
I'm really hoping for people to start paying attention to something else so I can try some investigation on this thing. I have
Well,
ideas.
At the moment,
Right.
Sodom and Antebellum are pretty well taken up. Their attention is taken by Dogwood, although Sodom is clearly concerned about something else. He's looking around. Echo, Marduk, the rest are off looking around the first floor here, examining the surroundings, looking for Valley High.
All right, so if I'm looking back at the camper, I'm hoping I can still see all the black tendrils from the Exarch because I've got my
Yeah,
mage sight up.
the bell site is you and Honey Badger, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
Then yes, out on the street you see tendrils of black magic fluctuating and waving around, emitting from the greasemobile.
Okay, so I want to, while I'm kind of looking at that, and I've got my cop's grocery bag over my shoulder, I want to, just kind of sneakily slide my hand in there. Well, it's already in there because I'm touching it, so my mage sight works. And I want to try and pry one of the gems loose.
Okay. Give me what? Liberty or give me
Strength.
death? give me strength.
Not strength, not strength, not strength, not
It's
strength.
probably going to be strength, but why don't you roll strength plus crafts?
Where even is crafts? Oh, that's not a good roll. I have all this willpower, though. All right, I'm going to use a willpower.
Strength plus crafts plus 3 and spend your willpower. One success.
Worth it.
You grab hold of one of the crystals, and your intent is to try and wrench it free from the formation. Is that correct?
Yeah, and I figure we're pushing these things around before, so I'm at least a little bit familiar with it. What I want to do is I want to take one of the crystals off and see if I maintain my mage sight, thereby realizing that the power is coming from the crystals or the power is coming from the entire assembled arc spear.
Okay.
so
Well,
thus you
you-
might break the arc spear too.
Yeah, you might break the 30,000-year-old
You can put it
artifact,
back
I guess.
together.
You know,
It's cool. It's cool. It's like Lego. It's like they go right back together.
you grab hold of one of the crystals and you give it a wrench with your weak little girl hands, and you manage to kind of wobble the crystal a little bit. It doesn't come free, and now you're recollecting that as you were assembling the crystals, there was a sort of a not magnetic pull, but once they were in contact, they were difficult to pull apart, and that effect was amplified the more and more crystals you had in a single formation. So once they were all assembled into a ring, they were pretty well concretely assembled together. That said, your weak little girl hands are able to get a little bit of a wobble out of the crystal that you grab hold of, so they're not solidly connected completely. And as you wobble that one gem, you notice some fluctuations in your mage sight. It is sort of flickering in and out of existence.
Well, shit. Okay. All right. Well, that's the information I needed.
All right, Sodom has stood up from his attempts to minister some aid to Dogwood, and he has joined the search for Valley High. Dogwood appears to be sleeping, peacefully at this point. She's not bleeding from her ears or tossing and turning in night terrors or anything of the sort. She's just sleeping peacefully, chest rising and falling.
So is anybody watching her, or are they leaving her just...
Antebellum
Kinda-
is still there.
Okay. I think we should follow Sodom and try to help find Valley High.
Okay. Well,
that
Sodom's
seems like
headed
a-
for the stairwell.
I don't like that place.
You like the stairwell better than the elevator, anyway. Is that right?
Yeah, that's true, but I had a bad time in there too.
This building has not been kind to poor Honey Badger.
It's true. I don't really like it here. I'm not in favor of going in and digging around in this place.
Well, Sodom, and you hear Echo kind of somewhere off in the side of the lobby calling Valley High's name. Valley High, hello, hey, you fucker. And now Sodom is sticking his head in. He manages to wrench the door open, despite the fact that you recall there was some sort of a magical, biometrics pad of some sort that he waved his hand over earlier in order to unlock it. That is apparently non-functional at this point, but he just sort of pulls the door open with his fingernails or something. Apparently it's
My
not.
guess is these bastards haven't paid an electrical bill in several decades.
That could very well be the case. Yeah. They have other means of stealing electricity from the city.
I'd like to go stick my hand in Merovingian's bag and see if I can find. I'm blanking on his name. The missing guy.
Valley
Valley
High.
High.
So
if
you
I
want
can
to
mind
sense
scan for him.
sense life sense consciousness.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, would Albacore like to let Timmy reach into his bag
Sure.
in sort of a subtle way?
Nobody's watching. It's not weird.
And then
Are
I
you
open
doing
it
it-
like, well,
Are you doing
I
this
got
in the lobby or
purple
the stairwell?
stuff, I got-
I was thinking the lobby, but
Okay. You can do it in both places too, I guess, but lobby first.
sure.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Wow. That's a lot.
All right. You sense the four of you, Dogwood, Antebellum. Sodom is in front of you somewhere in the stairwell. Marduk, Chapel, and Echo are elsewhere on the first floor, and that's it. There are some other small mines, insects, and the like that you've learned to filter out, but you don't sense any other human mines in the immediate vicinity.
All right. Can I move into the? Can we make an
Sure,
awkward
yeah.
shuffle into the stairwell and try again?
I mean, you probably don't need to keep your hand in the bag the whole time.
No, I have to maintain contact at all times.
All right, you shuffle awkwardly into the stairwell, and Sodom gives you a sideways glance, but then goes back to what he was doing, which is standing on the landing and looking pensive, trying to decide whether he wants to go up or down. Wow, a very successful roll. In here, it's the four of you and Sodom. You get a fainter sense of the people out in the lobby, and there is a mind, a mostly human mind, it seems, somewhere below you.
Mostly human.
That's what I said.
Hey, Sodom, I'm getting good feelings about down.
Oh, could you tell I wasn't sure which way to go? Yeah, all right, well, let's go down, I guess. Unless one of you wants to check up. We could go two ways at the same time, right? That's how this works.
Which way is further? All the way up or all the way down?
Great question. Kind of depends whether the spells are still working or not.
Ooh.
What if we assume they aren't?
Still a pretty good question.
All right. Well, we're gonna go down. If some other people want to go up, that's cool. That's
Down gives me the heebie-jeebies, but what? I mean, you got to start somewhere, so I'll head
do you
down.
want me to hold your hand or something?
He looks at you with a little bit of disdain and then begins downward.
Reaches out.
Timidly, he extends his hand, and no.
All right, so down we go.
So you clatter down the stairs, and within, I don't know, probably a minute, you answer the question of how far down the stairs go, because after about 4.5 flights of stairs, it becomes obvious that the rapidly decreasing light is very abruptly terminated by a sheet of just black darkness. You can't see anything, and it's pretty clear that the stairs do not extend much further down beyond the next story. Sodom has slowed to a very slow walk. He's not descending with quite the same aplomb.
So I'll pull out my flashlight so that we can see better.
The 37 million lumen night core flashlight.
Yes. It squeaks a lot.
It's a very squeaky flashlight.
You should oil it.
Yeah, sorry.
Jesus.
Sometimes it buzzes.
Sometimes it goes. Sometimes you hear your own voice echoing through the microphone.
Yeah, it's a really weird flashlight.
Okay. So you turn on your flashlight, and it's like the sun comes out, and you see everything very clearly. The surface, the dark surface, the dark surface down 1 story below.
He doesn't even know.
I'm sorry, I muted it.
The dark surface 1 story down is at roughly the 5th floor, the 5th basement subfloor, and it's still black, but it is reflective. So the light shines off of it and doubly illuminates all the walls and things, but you don't see anything. The surface is just pitch black.
So there's a surface of just complete blackness that is reflective.
Reflective, yeah, like glass. So Sodom is going further down, and he's looking kind of around the corner, and the stairs down sort of travel straight into this black surface and form kind of an alcove where the 45-degree angle meets the floor. And in that alcove, you see a couple little pools of flickering violet fire quietly darting up from the floor and illuminating somebody's legs. Descending further, you see that it is Valley High. And he turns to look at Sodom, and immediately, who's furthest down? Is there anyone right down there with Sodom, or what order are you descending in?
I guess it's probably Sodom, then me, because I got the flashlight.
Yeah.
The flashlight and the arc spear.
And the arc spear, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, why don't you give me wits plus composure, Merovingian. The Merovingian.
Oh, yes, I can do that. As soon as I find the composure spot. Okay.
Jesus.
Pretty composed.
Okay. Well, you step out onto the flat, glassy surface, and it's not just glassy, it is glass. You note from the specific reverberating properties as your foot impacts that it is definitely glass. That's what you observe with your 5 successes. And you turn the corner and look over Sodom's shoulder and shine your flashlight over in that direction, and you see Valley High. And in addition to the violet fire encompassing his feet, when he turns to look at you, his eyes shine far too brightly in the light from your flashlight. They They look like metal with a smooth reflective surface. He reaches out and touches the wall, and that spot, just like where his feet are contacting the floor, it springs. Suddenly his hand is wreathed in that same purple fire. It seems to be popping up everywhere he comes into contact with material. And he looks surprised, and he says, Alex, man, who are all these people? And Sodom jumps in alarm and kind of looks around hurriedly as if he's checking to see who's in earshot, even though he knows it's just the four of you. And he says, hey, buddy, call me Sodom. Valley High says, what? Alex, where are we? It's me, Charlie.
Oh my.
Sodom says, that's enough for now, Charlie. That's good. And Valley High turns and looks at you with the flashlight and says, could you turn that off? Who are you?
I just move it so I'm not pointing it directly into his eyes and say, you can call me Mary.
Okay, Mary. Well,
What's with the purple fire?
it's like he doesn't even hear what you just said. He doesn't respond in any way. He turns his attention back to Sodom, and Sodom short circuits the conversation. He senses that Valley High is about to call him Alex again, and says, "No. Let's go upstairs. Let's talk about this upstairs." Upstairs? Where? Jesus, where are we? What is this?
Stairs.
I'm just gonna I'm gonna start heading back up the steps, and as I get up to Ender, I'm gonna say, "You want to check on him?"
Hold on a second. Sodom, do you see the fire on his legs?
I wasn't going to mention it, but yeah.
Okay, well that kind of bears mentioning, but okay.
Did you notice his metal eyes?
Well, yes, I noticed quite a few odd things. Just, you sure you want to drag him out of here?
Good point. Buddy, why don't you just stay down here for a minute?
Hey, Merovingian, let me carry that bag for you. It looks heavy.
It's so heavy.
Jesus Christ.
Thank you for offering.
Oh, no, it's really no problem. I want to do a mind scan on him.
Okay. Give me a roll, bro.
Roll, bro.
3 successes? What kind of a mind scan? You're trying to, what? Telepathy?
Figure out if there's just like, is there something wrong with his mind? Is it not his mind?
Okay, let's do that roll over again. I don't know what spell that was you were casting. Why don't you roll mind plus gnosis plus investigation minus 4.
Okay, so that is an 8.
Even better. Okay. You have seen Valley High's mind before, I imagine. This is Valley High's mind. It just looks like younger, less experienced, and it just has a little bit of a different shape. It's like somebody built the same thing out of Legos, but the Legos are a slightly different color, and there's a few missing. But it does resemble Valley High's mind. And there's something else. There's some kind of an intruder.
That's as much as I can
And like
get out
that,
of
the depth of your understanding, based on your exceptional success, hits a brick wall. You locate the intruder, and suddenly, that's it. You get no more information.
All right.
Anybody else want to try something? Otherwise, Sodom is sort of torn. He wants to head back upstairs and let Echo know what's going on. He wants to bring Valley High with him, but you have raised a good point, and maybe he should not. He actually looks like he's looking to you for some suggestion.
To us or to Ender?
To any of you. He would like to know.
Okay.
He's looking for some sort of a group consensus.
Gotcha.
He's not the confident mage he was 2 hours ago.
Gotcha.
Well,
Hey, dude, it's cool. Go get Echo. We'll keep an eye on him.
All right, I'll be right back. And he scampers up the stairs.
All right, I stick my hand in the bag and I want to detect what kind of magic is going on here, if any.
Okay.
Maybe you should look at the glass too after you're done with that.
Okay, so first of all, you're checking Valley High first, or the glass first, or what?
Valley High first.
Okay. Roll Gnosis plus Prime plus Investigation -4.
-4. That makes 8.
2 successes.
Well, it's no 6 successes.
It isn't. No. You give me a. Let me look at your character sheet real quick. Give me a dexterity plus athletics roll.
Okay. Make sure I don't fall on the stairs.
2 successes.
Close.
As you examine the magic on Valley High, it's like someone has opened a door on in an airlock on a spaceship, and you're drawn forward briefly by the utter vacuum. And you don't stumble and fall, but you do take half a step forward. There's like almost a literal vacuum. There is so little magic. There's no magic whatsoever as far as your spell can discern. It's actually had a physical impact on you.
That's bad.
There's a complete vacuum of magic, and he's still got purple fire on him. Okay.
It's just regular purple fire.
But so that means there's no magic that I can discern, or there is no magic?
2 successes tells you it seems there's the opposite of magic, like a vacuum of magic.
Huh. Okay. Now I would like to check on the glass.
All right.
See if I can figure out what that is.
Gnosis plus Prime plus Investigation -4. Another 2 successes. I saw a couple of 10s in there. What a shame. Okay.
Yeah. Seems like it should be higher.
This also is not magic at all. There is some residual, what you would call spellcasting energy. Seems like maybe something in the vicinity of this glass floor was the result of a spell being cast. But the actual glass itself, and more importantly, the blackness beyond, no magic.
Does the glass floor resemble the dome?
It is glass and flat, if that's your question. You didn't perform this level of analysis on the wall of the dome.
Right. I mean, just like the physical characteristics of it. Am I thinking, hey, that looks like the dome?
Well, you stomp your feet, and it makes a dong-dong sound, sort of like you might expect the wall to make.
If only we had a rock to throw at it.
If only you had a rock, so you could have a 1-to-1 comparison of the noise that it has.
That'd be nice.
It does seem like it's probably the same structure as the dome, yes.
Okay. All right, guys. So there appears to be like a magic vacuum or something going on here. I don't know what that means.
Valley
or
High
why it means
smiles at
there's
you.
fire.
Why are you smiling, buddy?
Smile. Tell me more.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Give me the bag. Give me the bag.
Is he down to like toddler level?
Can I have the bag, please?
Yeah. Here you go. There you go.
All right.
I'll
This
put
is,
anything
something in
stupid.
the bag and see if he knows it still exists.
all right. I want to cast Quantum Flux, which is a rote,
Okay.
which will reduce negative
Yeah.
dice pool penalties. So that's first.
Jesus God.
Fucking two.
2.
That doesn't bode well. Okay.
So you're going to
I get
reduce dice penalties by 2.
Yes. Yep. Then I'm going to cast Destroy Bindings.
Oh my.
Destroy bindings. Okay.
I'm just taking a jump here that there's some bindings on this
He's
poor
just doing
guy.
like an AoE binding.
No. I'm directing it towards Charlie here,
Well,
Okay.
give me a second. Destroy
and
bindings.
I know his name, so I'm hopeful that helps things.
That would help with targeting him. If that's his true name, that's good for sympathetic magic. So you're going to try and free his soul?
Yeah, I'm assuming.
You're thinking he's been bound somehow?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's got metal over his eyes and his legs are on fire. That feels like a binding.
And his hand. Okay. Well,
Yeah,
give me your
Well,
rote
okay.
roll. -4
It is this.
plus
This is
2.
not a rote. This is not a rote.
Oh, it's not a rote. Okay. Hold
The
on.
first
man.
thing was the road.
Hold on. Okay. Gnosis plus fate -4 plus 2 for your negation of some of the penalties.
Plus willpower. So we got 5 plus 2 is 7 plus. All right, here we go.
Do you have a spell that detects bindings?
Nah, just it's fine.
Might be a good place to start.
I mean, not that this is a bad idea. Just like see if there is a nail before you swing the hammer.
There is no nail, unfortunately. Your spell, you feel that it connected, and interestingly, you have the bell sight, right?
Yeah.
There has been sort of a knot of black energy surrounding Valley High's head for the entire time you've known him.
Okay.
Or at least the time you've known him and also had the bell sight.
Hey, just to be clear, I should have said this earlier. My apologies. Destroy Bindings is a vulgar spell.
Yeah, oddly enough, that doesn't seem to have any impact.
Okay.
So you,
It's vulgar spell time.
yeah, it's time for you get out all your vulgar spells, boys. So you cast Destroy Bindings. It does not. It doesn't connect with anything that you expected. You thought maybe you'd find some external influence had bound Valley High's soul or mind or something, and you were hoping to break it and free him. That didn't happen. But you do see, and it's almost like you're literally looking at a bowline knot tied around Valley High's head with this black tendril, and it looks like it loosens a bit.
Oh.
Anybody else want to try something? Otherwise, Valley High has asked a question. He wants to know what a smile is.
I don't want to play with this guy.
It's when you stretch your corners of your mouth up like this because you're happy.
Oh, interesting. Happy.
What
Tell me
the
more.
fuck?
What an interesting concept. What is happy?
What's an emotion?
Oh, interesting. What's an emotion?
Stop feeding it.
Okay, dude.
It's
What do
It's
you
a
know
small
about?
thing that you send to people on your cell phone. Instead of words. Oh, let's teach it wrong, guys. It'll be funny.
Oh, a cell phone. Okay, thank you. Tell me more.
No.
Not right now.
What should we do now? Can anybody fix this, or is this healable, or?
Valley High looks very unhappy.
Chill. Throw some life at it.
I can
Build
conjure up
the dragon out of it. I don't know.
I don't know.
Can I do anything to detect like the fire, or was that part of my? This is just a no magic vacuum.
Yeah,
kind of
so
thing?
you examined Valley High and his immediate vicinity and kind of all the effects on him, including the eyes and the flame, and there was no magic. And he's furrowed his brow and he's got sort of a little bit of a pout going, and he begins to step past you up the stairs. And you notice, would you all give me wits plus composure, please? Jesus.
Holy shit. I am very composed.
You super composed.
That's because I'm in a stairwell instead of an elevator.
Yeah, if it was an elevator, it'd be like a -10 on that roll. But, okay, Honeybell.
What the fuck, dog?
So, Valley High steps past you, and the Merovingian and Yoder, you note that everywhere his feet come into contact with a stair, more of these purple flames spring up. Ender, you note that it looks almost like his feet are very slightly melting into the ground as he moves. Not like he's literally setting anything, melting anything and sinking half a foot or something, but clearly it looks like the ground is warping around his feet somehow. And Honey Badger, you take the opportunity to look at the space that he just vacated. And what you see is footsteps with these licking purple flames gently emitting, and it looks like the space where he was in contact, including on the wall where he touched with his hand. Some of it takes on a warped, bubbly sort of a surface, and one footprint is kind of bubbly and melted, and another footprint is for some reason it's got like a hexagon print on it, and up on the wall where he touched with his hand, there's actually some grass sprouting out.
Cool.
What the fuck? Okay. Huh.
He's continuing up the stairs. He's ignoring all of you. You seem to have shut off his line of questioning.
Valley High, how do you feel about dogs?
Dogs. He stops and turns around and looks at you. Tell me more. What's a dog?
It's like a furry person, but short.
Jesus.
Interesting. And then he turns around and continues up, but he reaches one arm into the wall, all the way into the wall, and he makes a sort of a jerking gesture and pulls a section of the wall out. And as it flies through the air toward the ground, it changes its shape. And by the time it lands, it resembles a tiny little human with spindly Pipecleaner limbs covered in fur, fingers like ice picks, and a monstrous oversized head like a grotesquely hydrocephalic troll. And it smells like a sick child covered in vomit.
Hey
All
guys,
right.
maybe don't tell him about anything ever again.
He takes another step and reaches his arm into the wall again. And he pulls out another one.
Oh boy.
Are these able? Are they sentient?
Would you all please roll initiative?
Oh Jesus Christ!
Oh boy.
We have to fight tiny pipe cleaner dogs. Initiative is 5. Oh wow, that's a pretty good roll for initiative.
If someone asks you if you're a god, you say yes.
Let's see here. The pipe cleaner people rolled pretty well.
How tall are they?
They're about 3 feet tall.
Okay.
But they're made of stone.
No.
No, they're made
Are
of
they?
pipe cleaners.
They are, well, we'll just have to see. You're in initiative order now, so you're going to have to... You're going to have to make your examinations on your turn. Okay, Honey Badger's up first with an initiative of 18. These things have taken an aggressive posture. There are now 3 of them, and Valley High continues up the stairs above you.
Okay. Fun. This is great.
We probably should have figured out how if we can daisy chain on this ring thing. Oh well.
Oh, well.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, that's true. Am I still holding it, or did I hand it over to somebody? I was the last one to cast a spell, wasn't I?
Yep.
We'll
Okay.
probably assume that you're holding it.
Okay, so who's the life magic guy?
Me.
Okay, cool. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cast Bestow Exceptional Luck on Yoder, which cost me a mana, but those mana's free, so who cares?
Exactly.
You heard
When did
me.
that happen?
So that's gonna be not a rote, so it's 9. Yeah, 9. Okay.
Bestow exceptional luck is what you're casting?
Yep.
And then
And
what are you
I'm-
intending for me to do?
I'm gonna step behind. Wait, where the hell is Yoder at in the damn odor? Oh shit. Well, hey Yoder, take this bag. And then I'm gonna walk backwards behind him.
Then what am I gonna do?
Well, these are little life forms. Do something.
Okay.
Actually, next in the initiative order is the small pipe cleaner and children things. I'm sorry, give me a second. I'm trying to draw stuff out so you have an idea of where everything is.
You mean you didn't have this ready?
No. No, I did not have this specific thing ready to go. No. So
Shit,
Honey
you had
Ba-
2 weeks, man.
It should have been easy to foresee. Okay,
Pipe
Yoder.
cleaner man should have been at the top of your list.
Top. Well, they will be from now on. I'll tell you that much. Okay, Yoder. Where is everybody? I should have gotten your order as well.
So I was furthest down.
You were furthest down, and you are.
I think I was probably near him.
I was probably
so
near
I
the
was
back of the pack.
talking to
I
him
was
about dogs.
towards the back too because I was investigating where he sat.
I guess I'm in front.
Okay, so 1 second. What color is Ender? Ender is a light greenish color. So you're in front, and who's in back?
I
Wait,
was
did
in
you
the
say you're
farther back
in
anyway.
front, Norland? Back?
Yeah, I'm in
Okay.
front.
In front. Okay.
So what are the X's?
The yellow X on the left is where you first encountered Valley High. He was standing sort of in the bottom of the
Okay.
stairwell.
And he's headed up now.
And he's headed sort of clockwise, and he's on his way up. And the red circles, obviously, they're bad guys.
Oh, good.
Oh, now they're bad. I thought we didn't know.
Well, they're pipe cleaner, man.
They're menacing.
I guess you could have assumed.
It's their turn. We're about to know.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll tell you how my legs feel after this round.
Why didn't you say Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, you son of a bitch?
Okay, so Pipe Cleaner Man, number 1, closest to the origin point, the first one that spawned. It reaches out for the Merovingian with one of its spindly ice pick pipe cleaner limbs.
And does 20 lethal damage.
Its fingers grasp your calf, and they are cold. And you take 3 lethal wounds, and it headbutts you with its giant, grotesque, bobbly, slimy, not slimy, but, like filled with slime, wobbling around like a giant bubble. It headbutts you, and it's largely ineffectual. It's like taking impact from a pillow. But its ice pick fingers had more of an impact. Number 2,
And I took 3 lethal damage.
3 lethal.
Okay.
Number 2 heads for Honey Badger. It's got its fingers clamped around your calf right now. Ooh, okay, well. Number 2 jumps toward Honey Badger and tries to grab him around the waist, but it misses completely and lands behind him on the stairs.
That's embarrassing.
That is embarrassing. And number 3 here heads toward Ender. And it pokes him with its ice pick fingers. I keep saying that, ice pick. Sharp. It has sharp fingers. It pokes him, and he takes one lethal wound.
It's like the middle of a pipe cleaner.
Yeah.
It's pointy.
Yeah.
Wiry.
Wiry, even. And now it's Ender's turn.
All right, so I can't do spells.
You are too far away from the Merovingian to effectively grab hold of the arc spear. Yes.
I don't have it.
Yeah,
You don't-
Yoder has it.
Yoder has
You're
the
You're
arc
also too far away.
Give it to Yoder on his last turn.
Oh, okay.
All right.
That's like I could toss somebody out of initiative order since it's not actually doing anything, or
But
You
he's
so okay.
standing
So
right
if let's say that if you're standing adjacent to somebody who's got the arc spear, you can make without spending an action, without it being your whole turn, you can make a dexterity roll to see if you can reach out and actually touch the arc spear. If you are in contact with the arc spear, you can use your turn to cast a spell. If you
Wait, am I
miss,
adjacent?
if you are adjacent right now to Yoder, yes.
Yeah.
So why don't you
If I
just
miss, I don't
roll
get to do anything.
dexterity, and if you don't manage to contact the arc spear, then you will just have to make do without magic this turn.
Okay, I'm gonna give it a try. It's a real crappy roll, but we'll see.
Okay, no magic.
Okay. Okay. I guess I'll pull out my sword, and that's probably my turn, right?
Unless you have quick draw, yes. You could also move if you wanted to.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna move further up the stairs.
Okay. You want to go like as far as you can, or just out of range of the pipe cleaner
of
troll,
range.
or okay. All right. Now it is Merovingian's turn.
Okay. So I'm almost dead.
Yowza.
I do not have any weapon drawn. I'm holding my flashlight. I'm not exactly a unarmed combat powerhouse.
How many?
Can't
How many?
use-
How many wounds have you got on you? How many spaces do you have left?
I currently have 1 bashing, which probably should have healed a while ago. I have 5 lethal damage.
Bashing heals every 15 minutes, so yes, that should be gone.
So
What
should
are
I
your
have-
lethal wounds from?
well, I
Ones.
got 2 from stone ghost axes.
That should be healed.
No,
shouldn't
no,
it?
no, no,
Or
no. It's only
Okay.
been a matter of hours since then.
Okay.
And then I just got 3 lethal wounds from fucking Ice Fingers McPokey down here. So I have 2 open health boxes.
That's plenty.
Oh, you're
So-
good. You're good.
If I grapple this thing, is that my action?
Let's look. Yes, if you want to grab hold of it, that would be effectively an attack, and that would be your action. So grappling, you roll strength plus brawl minus the opponent's defense in order to get a grip on it.
Oh, that's a terrible idea. All right. Am I currently grappled?
If it were a bigger, beefier, weightier opponent, the answer would be yes. But this is a child-sized pipe cleaner ice pick man, so he did grab hold of your calf, but you could easily wrench yourself free.
All right. Well, then I am running up the fucking steps
Okay.
to about where, just a little past Ender.
Why don't you
I'll
roll?
protect you. I have a sword.
So your intent is just to run up the stairs and get away from this thing.
Yes. Yes.
Why don't you roll strength plus athletics with no modifier.
Great. That's the same roll as... Okay, yeah, I'm using willpower for that. Because I've got all kinds of willpower now.
Nice. 3 successes. All right, no problem. You break free of the troll's grip. And where did you want to go?
Kind of right next to Ender. On the inside of the steps.
I am having trouble grappling your
Make a
square.
dexterity roll.
I can make you very long. And make you short.
There you go.
Where did you want to go? Next to Ender.
Can I ping? Yeah.
Next to Ender. All right, we'll get you there. We'll get you there.
I like it.
Now I can't click on you anymore. What the
You
fuck
got-
is
you
going
got-
on with?
You got stretchy legs.
I can move everyone except you.
Can you delete me?
I will try it. I don't even think
Can you
I can do
move the
that at this
entire
point.
room around him?
Yes. Just redraw everything else.
Great. And you're
I'll
purple.
be like
so,
the Planet Express ship.
so you want to be up near Ender? Okay, you have made it. No problem. That is your move.
I
I'll
also
say.
want to... Go ahead.
I'll say you could still take an action this turn since all you really did was
okay.
run. So.
Good, because I want to draw Applewhite's Glock.
Okay, you got your gun out. Timmy's got his gladius out, and now it is Yoder's turn.
Are these things? I mean, they're life forms. I'm assuming they're not like some.
That would be a wonderful thing to figure out.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then I will.
Just cast Dispel Life on them or something.
Let's see here. Well, I guess it's probably going to use my turn, but I would just want to sense life and see if these things are alive, like life forms,
Okay.
just so I can do other things to them if they are.
So is this a rote sense life?
No, but
Okay.
we'll
Gnosis plus life -4.
-4.
Did I stutter?
That's not cool.
Good.
Wow!
okay.
Jesus!
What are they?
Yeah.
Well, they're not life forms. In fact, they're not even organic. So your sense life spell does not tell you too much about them directly, other than that.
Cool. All right, so most of my magic is not effective. That's good.
Oh, I don't know. You have spirit magic. You could use life magic to buff yourself up. You've got all kinds of things you can do other than
Truth.
turning them into dragons.
Well, I wasn't going to turn them into dragons. That would be silly.
That would be really dumb.
Turn them into earthworms.
Well, I was going to turn them into an ant and then squish them, but I can't do that. I could create a Steve Buscemi.
All right, so do you want to move?
Yeah, I'll try to at least get out of between the two of them.
Like farther up or farther down?
Yeah, I'll go farther up.
How far up do you want to go?
Just kind of next to the Merovingian there.
Okay.
Well, even right in front of him, in between him and the thing. I'll kind of
Like
stand
up
in
here?
the way. Yeah, that's good. No, sorry. Like,
Oh, between
white
him
line.
and the...
Yeah.
okay.
Correct.
Oh, Jesus, I've lost control of you now, too. What the hell? I'll make it very long. Some problems with this thing. Maybe the issue is I need to move all these dumb stairwell squares to the background or something so they don't get in the way. We'll put them on the map layer. And now I cannot click on them anymore. Okay, maybe that'll help. I'm looking at the wrong list. We're back up to Honey Badger.
Great. So Yoder squandered my gift.
I couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
They're not life forms.
If they were life forms, you would have squandered your gift, but they weren't, so either way, it wouldn't have done any good.
Well, Merovingian, you're going to have to give me some mana back for what I pissed away. Okay.
No problem.
So, I don't have my glaive at ready,
Nope.
but I have the pieces of my glaive, right?
It's not assembled, but you could pull it out and assemble it on this turn with one action.
Okay. And so, I'm the lowest person on the stairs?
Yeah, you're
You
yellow.
are, yes.
Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab the pieces and swing them like a bat at the guy next to me, hoping to send him down the steps into the other guy.
Okay. Okay. First of all, give me a dexterity plus weaponry roll to see if you can pull them out of your pack or off your back and swing them in the same action without somehow dropping them and flinging them down the stairs. Okay. Success.
Okay.
Good enough. Just barely, but good enough.
It was a 10.
So now give me strength.
I'm not actually aiming. I'm just trying to. I'm
I know.
swinging.
I know. You're swinging.
Backhand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine. So now give me strength plus weaponry plus 1 for the weapon as opposed to its usual 3 because it's not assembled.
Okay.
All right. So you swing backhand and send this thing flying.
Wow.
It gets wedged in the 45-degree angle against the glass floor. It hits the floor and skids along on the smooth surface and gets wedged in the corner. And you feel this strange satisfaction like you've just beaten the shit out of a small child.
I love it. It's truly what makes me happy.
Okay. And it
I'm
takes 2
gonna
damage.
use my movement to run as far up the stairs as I can.
So it took 2 bashing damage from your flailing with your glaive. You want to go where? As far up as you can?
Yep.
That's pretty far.
Well, my intention is to try and get next to Valley High so that on my next move I can use my manipulation to talk to this brainless child fucker to stop.
So
I have persuasion
I
manipulation.
didn't actually include him in the initiative order, but at this point he is making his way farther up.
We assumed so, since you moved the X further up.
Yeah. Okay. So So that takes us to the trolls. This one collects itself and starts making its way further up, as does this one. This one dives at Yoder and tries to sink its sharp claws into his calves, since that's the target that they've had the most success with so far.
Does that mean spider armor doesn't apply?
If he takes lethal damage, then one of them will be downgraded to bashing.
Okay.
That's what the spider armor does. And he does take 3 lethal damage as this thing latches onto his lower leg. So downgrade one of them to bashing, but 2 lethal and 1 bashing.
It's a good thing I made you a spider onesie.
It's a good thing you made him a spider shin guard for his soccer practice.
I'm hurting.
And it is now Ender's turn.
I want to move up next to Yoder and take a swing at the nearest one to him
Okay. With your sword, with your
with
gladius.
my readied sword.
Okay. So you're descending, which gives you momentum.
Ooh.
Yeah. Give me strength plus weaponry plus. Let's look at your freaking weapon and see how many pluses it is.
3 lethal.
Okay. That's actually incredible for a little one-handed sword. Yeah. Strength plus weaponry plus 3 plus 1 for the fact that you have the high ground, like Obi-Wan Kenobi in Attack of the Clones, or whatever the fuck, Revenge of the Sith, Revenge of the Jedi, whatever the hell, that third one.
Let's see, that's 8 plus 1 is 9.
That's a lot of fucking dice.
Oh my god! Your Ulfbert sword cleaves straight through this thing's midsection. And it goes flying against the wall and hits in 2 separate impacts. Thump, thump. And falls down to the floor and lays motionless.
Any chance my sword went through him and then into the next guy?
Why don't you give me, if you want, give me a chance roll.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. The arc of your weapon's trajectory does carry through and hits the second troll. It doesn't take the full 5 damage, of course, because the impact has been blunted. But it goes careening backward and takes some damage, clearly. And you stumble forward with the unexpected violence of your action and end up farther along here, close to the wall.
All right. I can deal with that.
And it's the Merovingian's turn.
Well, shit, that was pretty amazing. I guess I'll step down next to Yoder, and this is a terrible idea. I'm gonna shoot at that dude.
God damn it! All right, hang on.
Do you have any points in weaponry?
I do.
Okay.
I have 1.
Good.
What is going on? Roll 20. Okay, hang on. I almost found it.
You're shooting him with what?
My Glock.
He's got Applewhite's Glock.
That's
With
okay. That's not the exorcism gun, though, right?
No.
No.
Yoder
Okay.
has the exorcism gun. Is that right?
Yes.
There was a comment made about why does the guy who can cast exorcism have the exorcism gun?
That's a fair question that did occur to me once upon a time. I opted not to make an issue of it. Okay, so the Merovingian takes a step down next to his friends and fires down into the enclosed space of the stairwell with his Glock.
I hate you, and I'm deaf now.
Give me dexterity plus firearms plus... What is it? Plus 2
2 lethal.
for the Glock.
Dexterity, firearms, plus 2.
Dang. Okay. Your bullet passes through the troll. It's not clear whether it has done it any significant damage. It has clearly, it's taken some wounds from the fact that you rolled 2 successes. But it seems undeterred.
Sure.
Okay.
Sorry, what I'm trying to convey here is the fact that it is not a living being that goes, ow!
I see. Okay. I guess that's my turn.
It is, and we're on to Yoder.
I need to heal myself. I'm really hurting.
Who's got the brain?
He does.
Okay.
You don't have
want
some
to
sort
heal
of
yourself, then
AoE?
you certainly can.
That'd be
AoE
sweet,
heal.
but I do not, unfortunately.
Holy
No
Nova!
AoE
Life
healing.
5. Come on.
Does Life 5 give you any sort of an AoE heal? Let's look. I'm curious.
Do not believe so.
I don't think it does.
You'd think if I can create anything I want out of, whatever, I could figure out how to heal everybody.
It's
at the
still
same
one
time.
target at a time, though, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe
I
you
don't
can
think
create
so.
a Helo bot, and on its turn, it can heal all of us.
There you go. So you want to heal yourself?
Yeah, I'm gonna heal myself.
Or something more
I'm going
inventive? What I'm hearing is the decision's still being made.
No, I'm gonna heal myself. I need to heal myself.
Okay. Go for it.
Okay. Let's see.
Use willpower.
Let's see. Double check my thing. All right, here we go. Rolling. Not using willpower.
God, it's not willpower.
Oh,
Jesus
no.
Christ.
Oh, shit.
Oh dear. You know,
That's
that happens
unfortunate.
sometimes. Okay, well, do you want to move?
Go move up by Honey Badger and cry a little bit.
Yeah, right. I'll move up a step.
Us fighters will take care of these two.
Yeah.
The 2 physical dudes have clearly moved on, but we have the Merovingian and Ender staying behind to swing their swords and laptops.
As I'm running up the stairs, I'll kind of swing out my crossbow too.
Okay, all right. Honey Badger,
Yeah.
you have just about caught up with Valley High. He's only walking up the stairs, and you're sprinting. So
Okay. I would like to use my charm and manipulation and persuasion.
Charm that
He hasn't
baby.
reached in. He hasn't reached in the wall again lately, right?
no, he made his 3 trolls and has seemingly lost interest in the ongoing struggle.
I want to ask if there's anything we can do to help him.
Okay. So you're trying to manipulate him, or you're just trying to empathize with him?
I'm trying to empathize with him. Except I have no points in empathy, so I'm probably terrible at that.
Yeah, that is a problem.
So perhaps oh shit.
What are you manipulating him to do?
You're feigning interest in his.
I'm feigning interest. I'm basically, hey, Charlie. These guys you pulled out of the walls are trying to kick our ass back here. You wanna maybe call them off?
Okay, give me manipulation plus subterfuge -2.
That worked out.
Ooh. All right. Hey, Charlie. These things are kicking our ass that you just made. Could you maybe call them off? That's what you say?
Yeah.
He stops and turns around and gazes upon you with his metal eyes.
I smile at him.
You smile. And he says,
I know about those.
I have loved Charlie since the day I met him. I've longed to hold him once more.
Oh no.
Oh no.
But you seem to have captured his attention.
Okay.
What does Charlie look like?
The troll's turn has arrived. They stumble up the stairs clumsily, trying to reach Ender.
I'm bracing my calves.
Brace your calves, my friend. They do both. Well, let's see here. Okay, one of them dives at you, and the other dives ineffectually at the wall. And your poor calves take 1 lethal damage.
They don't even care.
Your calves are so strong. And it's Ender's turn. Go, Timmy.
I guess I'll swing at the one fighting at my calves.
All right. Strength plus weaponry plus 3.
Oh, I don't get the bonus. I'm gonna use a willpower.
Jesus. This is the one that... is this the one you knocked back? No, I don't think it is.
No, I don't think it is. Because it makes sense to the one I knocked back
Yeah.
would stumble into the wall instead
Yeah,
of...
he has stumbled. So this is a fresh troll.
somewhat fresh. I think
And
he
you
has a
lop
dash
one of
in
its
there,
you,
too.
you lop one of its pipe cleaners clean off.
Yeah, take that.
And its scrawny, furry arm goes pinwheeling into the darkness, and some of the residual light from the Merovingian's flashlight is still present, but for the most part you lose track of any limbs you sever. And it's the Merovingians. Unless you want to move, it's the Merovingians' turn.
Let me move back like into the corner. I feel a little cramped there. Yeah,
Okay.
that's good.
Merovingian.
The remark about the limb flying into the darkness and us losing track of it feels a little
Ominous.
foreshadowing. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to. I have to back up the steps a little bit to about where Yoder is.
Okay.
It's fine. I'm fine.
He'll be fine.
Hold on. I need to. No, I think I'm just gonna shoot the one that Ender just attacked.
Shoot, I completely forgot last time you shot the gun. All right, go ahead.
Oh boy.
So, dexterity plus weaponry plus 2 for the Glock.
So I was making a decision based on the fact that nothing else bad happened, but sorry, say again. Dexterity plus firearms plus
Dexterity, firearms, 2.
2. Anything for the high ground?
Yeah, you're elevated at this point. Plus 1 for the high ground.
All right.
It's not a bad dice pool.
That's pretty good. Would everyone please roll stamina plus composure?
That's one roll that isn't a 5.
What in the fuck?
I bumped too many keys.
I think you maybe did. Yeah.
25 successes.
I mean,
I
that's
think
pretty
that roll
good.
should stand.
I got a success.
So not 25 successes, but pretty
I
good.
was supposed to roll 7 dice. I hit the
That
bump
hit.
the 3.
70?
So
When I went to go
ironically enough, the three of you, Ender, Yoder, and Honey Badger, there's a loud racket and an echo, and it's oppressive, and gunshots in an enclosed space with hard walls like this are
Generally bad.
sometimes disorienting. And ironically enough, the Merovingian is the one who rolled 0 successes, so you will be taking a -1 on rolls for your next turn. You are indeed disoriented by the extreme noisiness of your gun. And it is Yoder's turn.
What happened to
Hmm?
what happened to the dude I shot?
Oh, sorry. He took... Would you roll 2 successes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So this one had already taken some wounds.
Yeah.
You clip it with your successful aiming of the Glock against all odds, and it collapses in a pile of freaking dust.
Hooray.
All right. Well, I take aim at the remaining one with my crossbacks
Ah.
and shoot it.
Okay. Dexterity plus firearms plus 3 plus 1 for your specialty,
And the high ground.
and plus 1 for the high ground.
Jesus.
Okay. Okay.
Now that's a roll.
You pin the small troll child to the wall with the bolt of your crossbow, and it hangs there like a marionette, its arms and legs dangling limply beneath it. And it doesn't. None of these have made any noise. This one does not make any noise, but its face contorts in sympathetic ways that make you feel a little bit bad about the amazing shot you just made, but not that bad.
Yeah, don't feel very bad.
Okay, and we're back on to Honey Badger.
And there's no more little men chasing us, right?
At the moment, there are
There's
no
one
little men
stuck
chasing
to
you.
the wall.
There's one stuck to
But-
the wall, and 2 have collapsed into piles of dust and limbs.
I can probably
Great.
finish it off on my turn though, so do what you want.
Where we left things last turn was you asked him for some help
No.
with the little
and,
guys.
And yeah, and he said, I've always liked Charlie. I wanted to get in him again to that. or
Not
some-
exactly what he said, but okay.
Well,
I've loved Charlie since the day I met him, and I've longed to hold him once more.
Yeah, not quite so sexual as
just
we were.
just who are you?
Valley High looks around, casting his gaze around the stairwell as if he's looking for inspiration. And his gaze settles on the Merovingian. And he turns again to you and says, "Light."
Light.
Light. And then he turns and continues up the stairs.
Huh. Okay. I'm gonna keep following him up the stairs.
Okay.
That's fine, don't worry about it.
See you later. Goodbye. I do not understand Roll20's issue. All right, we'll make you very big.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the squares that are the problem. Usually I make you guys circles. Whatever. Okay. And it's the troll's turn, and the one pinned to the wall here simply dangles and thrashes ineffectually. And it is now Ender's turn.
I'm just gonna go ahead and very carefully slice its head off.
Slicey slice. Gotcha. Oh, you're aiming for the head. Oh, that's cool. All right.
Well, I'm not aiming so much.
Oh,
as-
now you're not aiming so much. Okay, sorry. All right, then. Strength plus weaponry plus 3 for the weapon plus 2 for the fact that it's completely immobile.
All right.
Turns out you could have aimed for its head if you wanted to.
It's a really good use of that roll.
Yeah.
The tiny body and the massive, disorientingly large head are separated at the neck. The head, spraying no juices whatsoever, goes spiraling through the air. The body disintegrates into a pile of dust. And we are out of initiative order, so we'll just continue with Valley High making his way up.
Hey, Merovingian, control light if he's light.
Ooh. Hey, can you do anything about lethal damage? Because I'm hurty.
Yes.
Maybe.
Yeah, Yoder can help with lethal damage.
Can.
Because out of my 7 health, I have 5 lethal damage.
That's kind of what I'm at too. But yeah, I can. With my my healing heart, I can cure lethal or bashing wounds. So I can throw that around a little bit if people want me to.
I would definitely enjoy that.
Please do.
All right. I will roll for the Merovingian first.
Oops, I didn't want to move that. 1 success. Oh, bummer, dude.
Jesus, I'm not
God
healing
damn
well.
it! I think last time we did this, the same thing happened. Like somebody got 4 and I got 2. All right, well I've healed 1.
Better than nothing.
1 lethal. That's
What did I
way
do?
more than
What
nothing.
happened? Oh, that's not good.
So you spent mana. You healed.
I
one
just did
of,
something to my character sheet, Mac.
Oh, well, let me take a look.
In the mana area, I don't know. I hit something.
Let me put
wrong
this
and
up
it's all
on
screwed
stream because this is going to be great.
Control Z.
What did you do?
I don't know. My mana area looks all screwed up.
Whoa! Yeah, it does. What the hell?
Does that work? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Control Z did it.
Okay. Yeah, hooray for undo. All right.
All right. So that's that. I'll throw another one at you. How hurt are you, Norland?
He did give you the mana. You might as well give it back in the form of health.
Right. I will roll one more for the Merovingian. You better, you bitch. There we go.
Heal, you whore!
You're healed.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
hey.
5. Jesus. Wow. Okay.
All right. Well, so that wastes 1, but that's all right.
Yeah.
perfect.
Now I'm gonna roll
Merovingian,
one.
the Merovingian's various wounds knit themselves together in a highly improbable fashion, and suddenly
I'm going
he
to
looks
roll one for myself
better.
now.
All right.
Merovingian, you should grab hold of
my
the arc spear and channel mana from it, since it seems like an infinite source of power.
That seems like a great idea. Let's drain all the mana out of the artifact, giving you guys access to your spells.
I thought it was an infinite source of power.
You know what? You don't know what it is at this point, but
Yeah,
Go
what
for
the
it.
hell? Let's drain that sumbitch.
It's infinite-ish.
All right, I feel much better about my health situation.
All right. So Valley High is continuing up the stairs. He has made it a full flight above you at this point. Honey Badger has been following, dogging him on his tail, but the rest of you are behind.
I'm following along.
I
Sure.
can catch up with my amazing speed.
Okay. So he's just continuing to ascend, unless you engage him in conversation somehow.
I mean, so how far down are we? I mean, how many flights have we gone up? We got to be bursting into the lobby here any second.
You went about 5 flights down to encounter the apparent floor of the dome, and Valley High is on roughly the 3rd sub-basement floor. So he's ascended 2 floors.
Ask him to describe Charlie.
How do you know Charlie? I want to ask that.
Valley High stops in his tracks and turns and gazes on you once again with his unsettling metal eyes.
Yeah, I don't care for that.
You're standing in the purple flame from his feet. It has not been burning you, but you do feel as if you're standing on raw meat at the moment. It's a little weird.
Ugh.
And you asked him to tell you what exactly, how he knows Charlie, or what he knows about Charlie, or what was the
Yeah.
question?
What? How do you know Charlie?
Charlie introduced himself to me a number of minutes ago.
For the first time?
First? Interesting. Tell me more.
Is this the only time you've met Charlie?
Oh. No.
Where did you meet him previously?
He came to me in a dream.
Where were you at the time?
Where I always am.
And that is where?
In the stairwell.
Not the stairwell, no. My home. You mortals always flash through at the speed of thought.
Ah.
Yeah, man.
How
this
did
is
you get here?
I walked in. The door is open.
How did you get here from your home?
Your home. I have never experienced something like this. Your whole home came through my home.
Hey, Yoder, is this
You're
guy
saying
possessed?
my camper?
Camper. Interesting. Tell me more.
Oh gosh.
Is this guy possessed? Are we talking to a ghost or something?
Well, there's definitely something in his mind that isn't his.
The place where I live.
This place? Yes.
This is not where I live.
Live. Interesting. Tell me more.
He's talking
Don't tell
about
him
planes
more.
of existence.
Oh God.
Can I want to cast something to see if there's some spirit, if he's like possessed.
Okay. You're going to check for a spirit of some sort.
Yes.
Didn't we see like
And
a
that's just gonna be
black tendrils like tied on to him?
That is what the bell site has shown you in the past. And you've had some conjecture as to what the bell site means. I think you've suggested that it might be Exarch influence, or Exarch site.
I think we might have an exarch on our hands here.
Well, the black tendril that was tied around Valley High's head loosened a bit when you cast Destroy Bindings.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Yoder, what were you rolling just now? Sorry?
just something to tell if he's possessed. Some spirit magic.
Okay.
I don't know. Exorcist just detects the presence of a spirit possessing a terrestrial being.
There is, so similar to when what I described to the Merovingian when he examined Valley High looking for magic, and he was drawn forward physically by a vacuum, an utter lack of magic. There are no spirits here, none.
All right. He's not possessed.
Well, there's definitely a mind in there that isn't his own.
An intruder.
Don't know how that works. Hold on. I can enter his dreams. That's not going to help. Oh, I'd like to cast Read the Depths and telepathically enter his subconscious.
Okay. That sounds exciting.
Yeah.
So are you targeting... Which mind are you targeting? You got a pretty clear impression of a younger Valley High brain, and you
I
also
want
got
to
the
target
impression of an
the
intruder.
extra mind.
Okay. Let me look at what was it called? Read the depths. What?
It's 4, page 215. Level 4 spell.
Read the depths. Telepathically enter another's subconscious. And it's on page
215.
215. It includes the ability to read an individual's memories as opposed to just his surface thoughts.
Oh, sweet.
You're entering the subconscious, and you're able to divine some things about the target's personality. Okay. So you're not reading his mind, but you're able to tell some things about his personality and maybe some recent memories.
Okay. I like it.
Give me a roll. It's going to be okay.
Oh, do I have to subtract something for...
Yeah, possibly, but let's just go with it.
I rolled too soon.
A little bit. 5 successes, though. That's pretty impressive.
It says versus composure and gnosis. Is that a minus thing, or is that a... He rolls and then...
Yeah, that's a minus thing. That's oh wait, no. Actually, it's he rolls against you, so we're fine. You're intruding on the intruder. So let me roll. I'm gonna need to hit 5 of those, so it's kind of unlikely. And I rolled 0 successes. Great job.
Oh, wow.
Okay. You plunge into the subconscious of a secondary presence here in Valley High's brain pan, and you get the impression of an uncountable infinity floating in a void with just random happenings. Everything's chaos. There is no order, there's no structure. It's an infinity of complete insanity, and you take 1 bashing damage as a result of reading this thing's surface thoughts.
I was afraid of that. So I reel back a little bit and I say, guys, I think there's an X-Dark in there.
Hey Yoder, exercise this guy.
There's no
There's no spirit.
there's no spirit in him. Hey, we could go get the anal probe.
But if we pull it out of the dog becomes thunder.
Well, we don't know that.
Yeah,
Okay,
we do.
we go up to the dog, we put my brain in him, and then we pull the thing out. It can't fail.
I like the
I
plan.
thought you were just gonna put like a different brain in it, like
No,
you were
mine.
gonna, you were
I'm
gonna
gonna be
create
the best
a-
dog.
So to be clear, you asked the Fates whether you could get out of the dome, and they kind of laughed at you. And then you asked whether anyone with you could get out of the dome, and you got the vision of a snow globe hitting the ground and shattering. And then you asked what would happen if we took this thing out of the dog, and you got the vision of a drooling, mindless dog standing in front of a just sheets of lightning and thunder, and the impression of a great deal of power.
Yeah, retard Thor. Got it.
And that's the title of the
So we got-
episode.
So we gotta put a brain in there so it doesn't go crazy. That's my vote.
Oh, do we want to really do that? Because didn't we figure if we did that to Valley High, then wouldn't he also just be a mindless husk?
Well, I don't
wanna
think
do
we
that.
should necessarily stick the stick into him, but I think we should try to take advantage of having the dog available
You feel you want to do something with the dog. All right,
Yes.
Valley High has lost the thread of conversation here, and he turns and continues up the stairs.
Do you have any way of like deleting a mind or encasing or somehow
I can delete
separating these
fundamental
two
parts of his psychic makeup.
You can do
that
what?
include?
I can do psychic reprogramming, which says alter or delete fundamental parts of a subject's psychic makeup.
Well, do we want? I mean, what are we trying to do with him? Are we just trying to get him to stop doing something, or do we want to just? What's the goal here? We're trying to do.
It feels dangerous to me, so I want to.
It feels like he's going
Destroy.
to do something that we don't want him to do.
So I mean, if we can just keep him down here, that's okay.
Yeah, probably.
I could cast.
Hey,
human
Valley High, I
minion
think
on
you
him.
dropped your keys.
I can just cast human minion on him and make him sit down
Keys?
where he is, and just stay there.
Okay, interesting. Tell me more.
keys.
He reaches into the wall.
Okay, so you want to, what? Try and take control of his body and make him sit?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I can if that's what we wanted. If we
He's
want to make
not
sure.
a dog anymore.
Right. He's a human, and I have a spell called Human Minion.
I think he's a different Exarch who is friends with the dog.
I think I can make him sit down. Is what I'm saying.
Okay, why don't
And just
you,
stop moving.
so Ender, Norland,
Yeah.
give me, let me look at your character sheet. Roll intelligence plus investigation.
Ready? I can do that.
Ooh.
Nice.
You haven't really encountered an Exarch mind before. The one that
Right.
presumably was in the dog at one point was deleted by the time you had any opportunity to examine it. You don't know what an Exarch mind would feel like. But from what you've had explained to you, these things are mages, and maybe even were human once upon a time. So you feel like there would be something recognizable about the mind if it were an Exarch. Something recognizable. What you got from reading this thing's mind was the sensation of floating in an infinite random void of insanity.
All right.
So probably not an Exarch.
Okay.
But we are pretty much at the end of our time here.
Yeah. I'm getting pretty tired.
Valley High is ascending the stairs. You are trailing along behind him, trying to decide what to do about it. You have fended off an assault from a random set of Pipecleaner organisms. And that's where we'll leave
And we
it
all
until
feel
next time.
pretty good about that.
That was, it was a successful encounter, if you ask me. All right. Well, good night, YouTube.